So I think another big element of that role was being a thought partner and often providing the feedback that nobody else could. Um, Often you had folks that, this very large company were trying to work their way up and trying to make a good impression to the CEO and sort of giving positive feedback often. And so I think part of my job was to give open and honest feedback, whether it was easy feedback or really challenging feedback. And so to sort of get the lay of the land often with in ways that he couldn't do so as being the CEO. I would go on site visits to our locations and I'd meet with staff and casually chat with them and get the lay of the land, or what are the biggest challenges, what are the biggest opportunities. I would prep him with our CEO with speeches, right? So I'd sit in the back and sort of watch every speech, take notes, and then edit his speeches in the future to make sure he's focusing on the right things and that would resonate with the crowd. And then giving him hard feedback sometimes, right? That I think that I was in my role, I had the lucky opportunity to be able to have that one-on-one time where I could do so. I remember one circumstance where he had attended an event flew out of town. It was the opening of a local institution, and after the event, I think him being there, his presence in the speech actually took away from the local leadership, right? So the focus is more on the CEO being there versus the local leadership's success. And so I, had to give him that hard feedback that I didn't think that it made sense for him to attend these events anymore. And so that was a tough conversation, but I think I was lucky enough to be in that role where we could have that really, really transparent dialogue. And I think having that trust between us was crucial to our relationship and crucial to him value my feedback and taking that.
That's like the golden standard for what a founder wants from their chief of staff or from any of the people that have joined them in trying to do this hard, weird thing of building a startup. Like, what advice do you have for chiefs of staff who are trying to build that type of relationship, trying to be that person?
I think the CEO role at an early stage startup is really lonely and isolating, right? You're responsible for your team, you're responsible for your product, you're responsible to the board and your investors, and you're sort of on an island, right? It all goes down to you, and you don't have the benefit of these years of experience. It's not a late stage company which has been around forever. It's a lot, and I think that CEOs in that stage really value somebody they can talk to openly and honestly, and they have fears. They're afraid they are not going to make the next round of funding. They're afraid their product isn't going to work. Um, they, I think they need a thought partner in a chief of staff that they can tell the honest feedback in, and then that chief of staff can take that information and do something with it, right? Can help them out in some way, and be a strategic leader of the company. And so I think that role can really add a lot of value to a founder in many ways.